So, I wanted to get back into some more static minions. I played a Bomber this league, and I played Elemental SRS, and I thought that I need something less clicky. So I've been going around, I thought about using a Squire and go carrying golems, but I kinda didn't like the defenses you get with that if you want to go heavy into damage and then maybe just do bossing. So I looked into playing some poison minions actually, and I've been absolutely loving it. I think this might be my new favorite minion build that I played for a long time, going back to some proper shotgunning specters or something like that. And it's not because it's the best, it's not the most damage, it's not the most defenses, but it just feels so good. And I noticed that the Forbidden Flame Flesh with Profane Blue wasn't that expensive. For these, I think I paid 10 Divine and like 3 Divines. Or the other way around, I'm not sure. And running around with Temporal Chains on a Blasphemy, which is a long time ago I had something on a Blasphemy, also has been feeling very good. And then just exploding everything. I know you can get exploded just on the animated Guardian and everything like that, but this just feels better. It just feels better with Profane Bloom. It's so much fun. So I thought I'll just go through a little bit what kind of gear and links and passive tree I have, and I'll leave everything below if you want to have, and if you want to ask some questions or have any suggestions, do leave it. It would be fun to squeeze out even more damage without dropping any of my defenses. Since we already looked at it, let's start at the passive tree. I would have liked to get one more large cluster in, and you could repath it and do this as an 8 passive cluster only. But what we're doing, we're going and grabbing Grave Intentions, we're going up grabbing a cluster with Eldritch Battery. After that, we're basically taking mana reservation, and pathing over to the temper area, where we are taking some block nodes, more life, another cluster. I've also got an Elegant Hubris, which I think is a pretty decent one. It was very cheap, so we got 80% minion damage here. We got 12% increased effect of non-curse auras, and we have 80% minion damage. There are better ones, but they start to get some really expensive. But with also getting the supreme, what do you call it? Can't even remember. And with the impossible escape, you can grab these two for only 1 point each, which is then you skip on these 4 travel nodes. So for passive 3, what I would have liked to get as well is this sacrifice to go out here, get that. But I'm a bit starved on points. I'm not really sure where to drop it, if I'm honest. Maybe someone has a good idea how to redo the pathing. Looking at gear, we have a fractured minion wand with minions are aggressive, and then just fossil spam that to get +2 to all minions. And the trigger craft. I have a helmet crafted with essences for the mana reservation, and then lock the suffixes whenever I was satisfied, and just avail Chaos Orb to get the raised zombies and then craft it on life. Body armor, we have again fracture, chance to poison, very cheap, cost me 20 chaos. then I needed to 6-link it, of course. Again, fossil craft to get +1 int, and then you can do as you want with the prefixes. You can skip life entirely and take the life mastery. Yeah, who could have guessed? Ashes of the Stars is just too good. Unfortunately, it's very expensive, but it is what it is. A synthesized shield with recover life on block. You can have any of the ones which are minion shields, doesn't matter. I got this really cheap, I think, compared to all the others I could find out. So, and then I just basically chaos spammed it. So this is a chaos crafted shield with lock prefixes and then again Veiled Chaos Orb. Rings, just as much damage and cover up any resists or any attributes that you need. Also some recoup on this one, which is nice. Gloves, basically the same, attributes and resistances. These could be better, I think. Yeah, they could be better. Maybe lock those suffixes and reforge these actually. We'll see. Boots, just again, movement speed, life resistances. Belt, yeah, it's Darkness Enthroned. As high as possible increased effect of Socketed Abyssal US that you can afford. It's good. For jewels, the most important thing is to get the poison on hit and then grab anything else that is good for you. Even here, covering up with some dexterity. Then again, looking at all the jewels that we have in the build. Let's start here. It's 3 Primordial Eminence, an Impossible Escape, a Thread of Hope, an Anima Stone. That's the third one. Then we have the Forbidden Flame Flesh and Elegant Hubris. This one was also quite cheap, and you get 2 of these minion damage ones and then 1 increased effect of aura skills. So for the links, you can look in the path of building to see exactly what I'm using, but the one thing to have a look at is probably the auras. I'm running quite a lot of auras. We have a Tempest Shield, Awakened Blasphemy together with Temporal Chains, and then we have Determination and together with Haste and Malevolence, and we also have a Vitality. So there's quite a lot of auras to fit in, and it wasn't that easy. It's a very good rolled Ashes. It is, I think on this Primordial 11s we have Reservation. I have 2 Reservation here, and taking all this. So it was a bit tricky to fit it all in. We have it on the helmet as well. Yeah. The implicit could be better here. It could be quite a lot much better, so then you could drop like these ones, or you could add in more of these and drop it somewhere else. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky thing to get all together to work. But I think it was worth it. It feels very good now that I have everything going. If we have a look at the path of building, we can see that we're at around 30 million DPS. Lots of it is poison damage. Some of it is culling strike damage, but it works. I've added in the specters so you can see which one I have here. I have all the items. We also have an animated guardian. He's using a kingmaker, a hunter helmet with minus case resistance to nearby enemies, garb of the ephemeral for some more defenses for me so they can't do critical strikes, a pair of gloves with just global chance to blind, which is also the implicit on the garb, some extra defenses, a pair of boots that is dropping sap ground, otherwise it's not much. But as you can see, the damage is pretty good. It would be fun to have even more, but I'm not really sure where to find it. So if you have any suggestions, I'd gladly take it. It would be fun to see if we can squeeze something more out of this. So I'll leave you with a very juicy T16 map. I think it was 145 quant or something on that. And also the 2 invitations that I did. And otherwise, if you have any questions, any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. And thank you very much. Bye bye.